Hello, it's Kathleen with Cross Stitch Antiques, and I'm here to present to you our next antique sampler of the month. Actually, this is May, so it's month 5, and I have something special this month. I'm actually going to be sharing 2 months worth of sampler reproductions in this video. So I am releasing month number 5 and month number 6 together because these 2 special samplers are related. I was able to obtain them both together, and the antique dealer I obtained them for was just delighted that they were going to the same purchaser and therefore would not be separated. So I am trying to keep them together also in this video and in this release. So their names are Elizabeth and Sarah Chesters. Let's talk about Elizabeth first, which will be month number 5. And here is the antique. It's an absolutely beautiful, colorful, smaller sampler compared to some of the ones I have been reproducing. The antique measures about 10 inches by 11.25 inches, and it was stitched on approximately 32 count linen over 2 threads with cotton fiber. The beautiful verse reads, "Teach me to feel another's woe, to hide the fault I see, that mercy to others above, that mercy show to me." And we have Elizabeth Chesters, whose sampler was stitched in 1843. It's all done in cross stitch. There is over 1 in the verse and in the name. Other than that, it's simple cross stitch over 2 threads. So Elizabeth Chesters was from the UK, and a search revealed that she had a daughter. And so I'm happy to release this, which is the mother sampler, Elizabeth Chesters, in this month of May. So let me show you the reproduction. Here we have Elizabeth Chesters, 1843, my reproduction. I stitched this on Eureka linen, 36 count by Fox and Rabbit, using Soie d'Alger of Soie silks. Elizabeth has about, I believe, 13 different shades, and Sarah Chesters uses most of the same colors and motifs with slight differences. So the chart itself will show you on the back the threads needed for both Sarah and Elizabeth, and some of them are only needed for Sarah and some are only needed for Elizabeth, but most of them are shared jointly. So let me just show you the 2 samplers together. We have my model and the antique side by side. You'll see that the reproduction is slightly smaller. It's done on a higher count linen, and that is why. And when you receive your chart, you will again find inside a blow-up of the chart made as large as I could make it so you can see the symbols very clearly, as well as a centerfold, which gives you an overview of the entire sampler, as well as the verse blown up very large for the over 1s. The back of the sampler chart shows you all the various colors and threads used. It's also showing you conversions for DMC, for NPI silks, and for Cosmo for those who are interested, along with a very detailed provenance that clearly shows how they were mother and daughter, Elizabeth and Sarah, in the 1851 England census. So you can read more about that when you purchase the chart for Elizabeth Chester's. So let's talk about Elizabeth Chester's daughter, Sarah. Sarah Chester's. And here we go. Here's beautiful Sarah. This is the chart. And here's Sarah, the antique. Very similar to Elizabeth. You'll see some of the motifs are slightly different on the bottom. I'm going to hold the two up together, the two antiques. You can kind of see. Similar motifs, similar bands, similar alphabets, similar colors. Sarah has a beautiful floral pot at the bottom. Elizabeth has a beautiful bird as well, and a pine tree of sorts. Let me show you the reproduction of Sarah side by side with the antique. Again, this model also was stitched on 36 count Eureka linen by Fox and Rabbit Designs with soie d'Alger of Vera Soie silks. Comparing the two together, you'll see the model on 36 count is much smaller. And just like Elizabeth, Sarah is done strictly with counted cross stitch over 2 threads, except with the verse done and her name in over ones. 2 beautiful samplers. The provenance on the back shows you how they are related with more detailed information. Let me show you Sarah's chart one more time. Sarah's chart then is month number 6 of our Antique Sampler of the Month series. If you are a club member and have been purchasing these, you will get to this one at half off the price if you've been in the club and this is your 3rd month. So if you've been in the club since January or since April, month number 6 is half off the retail price. Again, same back with all the threads listed and all those conversions again, NPI, Cosmo, DMC. The inside of my chart has the overview of the entire chart and the over ones blown up very largely with the symbols for the graph itself enlarged as much as they can be for clear and easy reading. So there we have it. And let me show you the linen and the threads. Here we go. Beautiful silks from Vera Soie, beautiful bright colors. I love the colors that just pop here. The oranges and the blues and the beautiful cranberry colors look so nicely on the background linen. Now keep in mind, 1843 was quite a long time ago. 180 years, if my math is correct, and look how clear and bright these colors still are on this antique. There's no glass on here. There is some fading, some holes. I basted the original antique to a piece of linen before it was framed, and I am going to put these under museum glass now that they're well photographed for the covers of the charts. But these are treasures, and I'm proud to have been able to obtain them and keep the sister samplers, the mother and daughter duet, together. Here we have both Elizabeth and Sarah, the models. Approximately the same size. One is slightly bigger than the other. They would make a beautiful set for your sampler wall. Another reason I'm releasing them together is if you are interested in stitching both samplers, this way when you purchase your linen, you can get it from the same cut. So as we know, hand-dyed linens often have slightly different shades for each unique piece because they are made individually and will never perhaps match the same shade as another same Eureka blend. So I would advise, if you are interested in stitching both, to cut your piece of linen from the same batch, so to speak, of linen, so you one is not darker or lighter in shade than the other. So there we have it. Antique samplers of the month will shortly be in the needlework shops, your favorite and your local needlework shop. I appreciate you so much collecting my samplers this year. It certainly has been keeping me on my toes, producing a sampler reproduction a month. I'm excited for what is to come. We have 6 more months of exciting antique samplers to present to you. I know there's a lot of lovely samplers out there in the world that you could be stitching, and I so appreciate your support and your interest in what I have to offer. Wishing you many blessings, and until next time, stitch antiques. Take care.